What do you do when an act of violence is immediately followed by a proposal of love? Genesis 34 is one of the darkest chapters in the Bible. A brutal assault, a deceptive negotiation, and a massacre that wipes out an entire city. This story forces us to wrestle with honor, justice, and vengeance, and it doesn't give us easy answers. Let's walk through it. Dinah, Jacob's only named daughter, goes out to visit the women of the land. She's simply connecting with the local community. But then Shechem, a local prince, sees her. The text is blunt. He seizes her and assaults her. It's brutal. It's a crime. And this single act is the spark that will burn down an entire city. But what happens next is what makes this story so disturbing. Jacob's sons hear what happened. They're shocked, furious. To them, this isn't just a crime against their sister, it's a stain on the family honor. But instead of immediate retaliation, Hamor, Shechem's father, shows up with a proposal, a wedding. Let's smooth this over. Let's merge our families. Intermarriage, trade, land, the whole package. He's trying to turn a violent crime into a business deal. And Shechem, he's all in. Shechem steps up, and here's where it gets weird. He says he's in love with Dinah. He begs Jacob and his sons, "Name your price. I'll pay any dowry, any gift. Just let me marry her." You can feel the desperation. He's trying to buy his way out of accountability, turning a tragedy into a transaction. But the brothers, they're not interested in money. They're planning something else. Here's the critical moment. The text explicitly says the brothers answered deceitfully. Their anger hasn't gone away, it's just gone underground. They present a condition. We can't give our sister to an uncircumcised man. If you want to marry her, every male in your city must be circumcised. They frame this painful, personal religious act as a simple requirement for unity. It sounds reasonable, but it's a trap. Hamor and Shechem take the deal back to their city. But how do they convince every man to undergo this painful procedure? Not with appeals to honor, not with justice, with greed. They say, if we do this, all their livestock, their property, their wealth, it will eventually become ours. It's a cold, hard economic calculation. And the men of the city, they agree. Every single one. Every male in the city undergoes circumcision. They think this is a step toward peace and prosperity, but it's not. It's the trap snapping shut. 3 days pass. This is critical. The third day is when the pain is at its worst, and the men are at their weakest. They can barely move. And that's when the brothers strike. Simeon and Levi, Dinah's full brothers, walk into the city. The men are defenseless. Simeon and Levi kill every single male, including Shechem and Hamor. They rescue Dinah. But it doesn't stop there. The other brothers join in. They plunder the city. Livestock, wealth, women, children, everything. The devastation is absolute. An entire community is erased. This wasn't just revenge. This was obliteration. The story ends not with celebration, but with a bitter confrontation. Jacob is horrified, not because of the morality, but because of the consequences. You've made us a target. The surrounding nations will unite and destroy us. We'll be wiped out. But the sons don't back down. They fire back with a question dripping with wounded honor. Should he have treated our sister like a prostitute? And that's where the story ends. No resolution, no justice declared, just unresolved tension. We've walked through assault, deception, massacre, and a family torn apart by conflicting values. Before you go, sit with these questions. First, the brothers chose vengeance over negotiation. When you've been wronged, how do you know the difference between seeking justice and spiraling into revenge? Second, Jacob feared the consequences. The sons defended their honor. Which matters more, survival or standing up for what's right? And can you have both? 2 questions. Breathe. Let them settle.